I think in a country that values neutrality, it's very hard to use battle analogies. So I'll go with the one I know best, which is election campaigns. And the advice would always be, leave everything on the field, do everything you can, and when you stand there on the day of the count or the day of the announcement of who has won, that you know you did everything that you possibly could have done to win that seat. So I think that we are in a fight to ensure that people who need homes have homes, that people who, from every sector of our society, from every type of tenure, we are in a battle royal to make sure that housing and homes are provided to people. So the idea that we would sever any possibility within that, or sever any one element, is just, I just don't understand it. I understand some of the reservations coming out of the 90s and the noughties. I understand some of those. But to say that we have not learned and that we have not put ourselves in a position to ensure that we have an armoury here that reflects every possible need. And I think, as Senator Cummins began with, this is about legislating for the whole country. We can't, as much as I would stand here and consider its implications for just one constituency where the need is great, and where the disproportionate provisions have been great. We are legislators for the whole country, so we have got to ensure that what we put in place is for the whole country. The other part of that is that to demonise the private is completely wrong. It's a completely wrong thing to do. There are organisations working under the radar in this country, working alongside AHBs, working alongside organisations and providing housing, putting up the equity, doing that, earning a living out of it, not going for major profit, but there are organisations that do that. They prefer to do it quietly. They prefer to do it as, be it vocational, be it that they have providing employment, being that they have achieved a certain comfort in their lives, and so now they can be much more altruistic in their focus while ensuring their business continues. But there are organisations in this country that provide that. So we cannot demonise the private and say, if there's a private element, it can't be a part of this, because that would be wrong. That would be fundamentally wrong. Do we need to watch that there is a correct proportion? Do we need to ensure that there is oversight? Yes, of course we do. Of course we do. But we cannot demonise private and say that we can't have them as an element in this altogether, because we need to ensure that we leave it all on the field, that we have done everything that we possibly can do to ensure the provision of homes for the people in this country, across the entire country. And my last point would be with regard to the local authorities themselves, and the fact that there isn't the skill base within the whole. They don't have whole building sections. They are relying on engagement with developers. They're relying on putting developments out to tender. They're relying on doing that. So why not give them that option of a public-private partnership may lead to a greater negotiation that leads to even more affordable properties. So why not give them that tool on the table as well, that opportunity on the table as well. So to stand against it, I don't understand it, because we're not saying that this is the only vehicle. We're saying it's one of really quite two exceptional pieces of legislation in this and the LDA, in a really full-on frontal attack of the need for homes in this country. So I think that we need to keep all of our weaponry, keep everything out, make sure that we equip every possible opportunity to ensure the delivery of homes.